Hi, I'm Cole Megna.
And I'm Jake Burkhead, reporting from Lobby Observer.
Today we're going to take a look about how Westboro High School fall sports have had to change due to the COVID-19 guidelines.
We now send it down to Jack Kelly, who is with Athletic Director Mrs. DiCarlo.
Hi, I'm Jack Kelly reporting for the Lobby Observer. I'm joined by Westboro High School Athletic Director, Ms. DiCarlo. Thank you for joining us, Ms. DiCarlo.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
So, obviously, with COVID restrictions, having a fall sports season has been very difficult. So how did you and the MIAA work together to ensure that we did have a safe fall sports season?
Yeah, thanks for asking, and really glad that you guys are still out doing your thing for the Lobby O. I know a lot of people look forward to your stories. So, the summer was really interesting. There was a lot of meetings that took place at the state athletics level, but more importantly, just the governor's office. And so we got a lot of our direction from an agency that's called the EEA. And they were the ones that basically told us which sports would be at high risk, moderate risk, and lower risk, and then look to the MIAA COVID task force to then modify those sports enough to be able to make them play safely. So, it was really great conversations by a lot of different professionals, athletic trainers, doctors, all sorts of stuff like that. And I think we came to what was the best compromise that we could in order to get the kids out there this fall and playing. And then from there, our league, a lot of the athletic directors in the area got together and said, okay, here's what the state's given us, what can we do with it in order to make sure we can get these kids out there.
How has the fall sports season one gone so far?
I think it's gone really well. The weather's been fantastic, which has been really nice, except for today. Of course, it's kind of pouring today, we've lost it, but you guys, the athletes have been fantastic. The coaches, couldn't ask for better coaches, staff, they've just been really good about making sure the modifications are in place and that everybody's kind of doing what they need to do and really sort of taking the focus away from just the pure wins and losses. And it's something I'm really proud that our coaching staff does on a regular basis, but certainly under these COVID times, it's important for us to be focusing on the fun, the safety, and really just having you guys out there competing. So I'm real happy with it. I mean, we've got to stay diligent, we've got to stay distant, we've got to stay with our masks on. I mean, even this, trying to keep it a safe distance in order for us to have our masks off for a little bit. Then we'll put them right back on and get back to our business.
And lastly, how has the planning been going for the winter sports and the fall season 2 sports?
Yeah, so we'll start with the winter sports first. It's going to bring a whole bunch of different challenges trying to come back inside. And the other thing that's challenging for us is that the facilities aren't always ours. And so, the places that we swim at may not want us there, and the hockey rinks. And so we just have a whole bunch of new challenges to sort of work out. And so we gave a memo to the school committee last week and asked them to read it over to see if they're in support of us continuing with athletics in the wintertime. And then we should hear from that same double organization of the EEA and the state, hopefully by the beginning of November, to tell us which sports will be allowed and how we'll have to modify them. So things are moving.
All right, thank you for your time, Mr. Carlo.
Thank you, guys.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jack, and thank you to Ms. DiCarlo for keeping sports going during a pandemic.
And now, to get a student's perspective on this, let's go back down to Jack Kelly, who's interviewing Colin Bentley, a captain on the cross-country team.
Hi, I'm Jack Kelly, reporting for the Lobby Observer. Today I'm joined by senior cross-country captain Colin Bentley. Thank you for joining us, Colin.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for keeping the spirit of American journalism alive.
What are a few COVID regulations that have affected your season?
Our team is broken up into basically 4 cohorts, and we all warm up with our masks on and stay apart. And then while we run, you keep your mask on unless you can spread out from anyone else enough, and then you can take a break with your mask.
Has wearing masks during races and practices been difficult?
No, it's not been difficult. You just adjust to the mask just like anything else, and it was only bad the first week, and then everyone kind of gets used to it, and everyone likes running, so we wear it.
And how has the season been going so far?
Our season's been going pretty well. We are 1-2. We switched up our league, so so far we faced the district champions Algonquin and Wachusett, 2 really good teams, and we had close meets with them.
Thank you for your time, and good luck with your season. Cole and Jake, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jack. That show was interesting.
It sure seems like the season has gotten off to a great start. Hopefully that'll continue.
I'm Cole,
And I'm Jake.
reporting for the Lobby Observer.